Today we are here to consider H.Res. 1463, providing for the consideration of the Speak Out Act, among other provisions. Let me be clear, House Republicans agree that victims of sexual harassment and assault deserve justice. Unfortunately, due to the fact that this bill is poorly drafted and questionable findings from the Senate bill remain that were specifically stripped out of the House during judiciary markup, there are still several legitimate concerns surrounding the unintended consequences of H.R. 8227, the Speak Out Act. We must maintain respect for the victims and their privacy. Making settlements less valuable to defendants by making confidentiality provisions unenforceable could leave victims worse off. This bill may force victims of sexual assault and sexual harassment to take their claims to court in a public process. But some victims may be reluctant to speak out in any forum if they know that their stories will be public. Furthermore, removing the benefit of confidentiality may remove the incentives that defendants have to settle and give them more reason to fight harder in court, which may not be in the plaintiff's best interest. The bill is also worded in a way that may also apply to certain post-dispute non-disclosure and non-disparagement clauses, broadly making both pre-dispute and post-dispute non-disclosure and non-disparagement clauses unenforceable and may affect existing settlements. This begs the question, what is the point of drawing up a contract if Congress will eventually step in after the fact and invalidate it? What's more, this bill would effectively impose a new regulatory floor that comes down from the top down, overtaking the role of the state. Republicans do not believe in a one-size-fits-all approach, especially in this case where it may do more harm than good for these victims. This legislation should remind us all to think carefully about federalism and when Congress should enact federal regulatory floors. States have traditionally decided how to regulate contract clauses, and some have already passed laws to regulate these specific clauses relating to sexual harassment and assault. The bill even uses state and tribal laws to define terms within it. But this bill should supersede those state decisions in some cases. Though I believe this bill is well-intentioned, it would be a mistake to rush to pass it as is, where significant concerns need to be addressed. Thank you, Madam Speaker. It is for those reasons I oppose this rule and ask members to do the same. I reserve.